Greetings everyone. Today our topic is related to IELTS writing skills, and further we will be discussing in detail about the tips and tricks of writing skills and how to make your writing more good in order to get good bands in writing skills. So make sure you plan before writing, which we call in a simple word which is brainstorming. Use the bottom of the page 2 of your test booklet to make an outline or concept map. So this is again a sort of the brainstorming where you can use with the pencil and you can jot down your ideas, why we need to write before, why we need to plan before writing. Because we need to keep it in mind that all the logical sequence or chronological order should be there in our writing, and we should write our ideas and we should connect our ideas to make our essay or our writing with a good coherence and cohesion. So the examiners judge your writing on its clarity. Make sure you have supported your ideas with specific details. This point we will be discussing in our essay sections. We will discuss each section of our essay and how you are supposed to support your idea with the examples and with which sort of the examples, with which sort of the details you should support your ideas for each paragraph. For each paragraph, requirement is different. You can write more than 150 words for task 1 or more than 250 words for task 2, but you can't write less. If you will write less than the word limit, again your marks will be deducted and you will suffer for your band score. You will lose marks if you have less than the assigned number of words in your essay. Learn to look at your writing and estimate how many words it is. Don't waste precious time counting words. So one more thing which you can do during writing is just read, or you can count the words of your first sentence and then you can multiply it with the total number of the sentences. In this way you can just assume or you can judge the word limit of your writing. You will be allowed to use a second sheet of paper if necessary, so you can ask for the second sheet if you need it in the exam room. Paraphrase the question in your introduction paragraph. So again, we will discuss this bullet point in detail in our essay section or on our essay lessons. Learn the words and phrases used to link sentences and paragraphs. This we have discussed in IELTS speaking lessons, and we have discussed in detail about the use of transitional words, use of short connectors, and use of long connectors. In task 2, add personal experiences and details whenever possible. This bullet point again will be discussed later in a detailed form, because where you need personal experiences, that is in the instances or example section for the essays. Understand the question before you begin to answer. Most of the time, the candidates don't understand the question in a good way. They don't understand it in a better way, and they miss or omit the necessary details which is supposed to be mentioned in the answer, and again they'll suffer in the form of the deduction or losing the good bands. So you must answer the question completely and make sure you address all parts of the task. As I have mentioned in our previous lessons as well, that for the task 1 and task 2, there are the bullet points which you need to address. And if you miss or skip any bullet point, and if you will not address it, so automatically your marks will be deducted. Organize your time carefully. Leave time for planning, writing, and revising. This bullet point is very important because to write, you need to organize and you need to plan first, then you are supposed to write. And after writing, you should revise your writing, what or your essay or your letter or your report writing, because most of the time when we write, we commit a lot of mistakes in the form of the grammar, in the form of the syntax, and in the form of the spellings as well. So once you will revise your handwriting or whatever the written material is there, you will be having time to recorrect it instead of losing your marks for that. Write your essays in the correct place. Task 1 needs to be written on pages 1 and 2 of your writing book test booklet, and task 2 needs to be written on pages 3 and 4. So you are supposed to be vigilant while doing your writing test. Indent each paragraph or leave spaces between paragraphs. This is very important, and make sure it is clear where each paragraph begins and ends. So put a full stop or period clearly and indent each paragraph as well. So write clearly and legibly. Your handwriting should be legible if you are going to attempt for a handwritten test. Cross out changes neatly or erase thoroughly. Leave some time at the end to check for and correct spellings and grammar mistakes. Read as much and as often as you can so that you become more familiar with the way writing is organized. The more you will read, the more you'll be practiced, the more you'll be able to write it in a good way. Study the sample scored responses to the IELTS writing tasks that are available on IELTS website. It will help you out in all the areas of the writing. Watch your time. You have only 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes for task 2. So you are not supposed to exceed the limit or exceed the time for task 1, because if you'll do that, then there'll be less time for the task 2. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for further updates related to IELTS, English grammar, English language lessons. Thank you.